Hi guys, how are you doing? Excited to be here again today with another video for creatives in the freelance industry. And today's topic is about how to professionalize your brand. The reason for this topic is because many times when people are creatives but freelancers, there is a general assumption from people from the public that, oh, these guys are not professional. Like, you're not professional just because the normal professions that we've grown up knowing is doctor, teacher, lawyer. They dress a certain way. They wake up in the morning and they go to office. For you wake up in the morning and then you stay in your house, or you go to a cafe, to a restaurant, or you're going to the field. You're meeting clients in a cute cafe, whatever, things like that in their offices. Ask where is your office? You don't have an office. Basically, there are many things together about you that don't make your work look like professional work. And people think you are just hustling, you're going in between jobs, da 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 da. Today, I'm here to show you how to build a brand and professionalize it as a freelancer and get the respect you deserve as a professional, okay? Number one, get a website. Get a website, get a website, get a home on the internet where we can go to and see what you're all about. You are a speaker, MC, events host, whatever mind you have. You're a photographer, videographer, graphics designer, UI and UX designer, website developer, all these things that you are. Get a home on the internet, make it look professional, invest some money in it. It shouldn't be more than $400 to get a good website in Uganda. $400 to $700 can get you a decent website. Even $300 can. So get a professional, pay them off once, get a professional home and maintain it. Maintaining a website is about $150 per year. $150 per year is like 500,000 Uganda shillings. There is no way the year ends regardless of where you are in your career, in your craft as a freelance, where you don't make 500,000 from January to December. You can make it. You just didn't know that it was priority and possible for you to have a website and actually maintain it. The other benefit that comes with having a website is when you get that professional domain, when you buy a domain for your website, for example, watsembamiriam.com, you also get access to customized emails. So my email address would read something like miriam@watsembamiriam.com, which is actually my work email address. When you put that on your quotations, when you put that on your portfolio, when you put that on your social media, people take you seriously. Basically, it gives you some sort of social proof and weight to speak in certain circles, because now, you know what makes those people professional? They have an email that reads henry@bank.com, right? For you having at Gmail, that's why they're playing with you. Get a customized email. So even if you cannot yet afford $300 for a website, you can still get a customized email for about $12 from GoDaddy. You know, when you go to GoDaddy and get a domain for yourself, you'll get a customized email. Number two is pay attention to your social media. When you're younger, it's just, social media is just about maybe connecting with people, with friends. So you put there whatever you see other people putting there. You went out for coffee today, you put it there. I don't want to go into all the details. I just want you to know that everything you put out on your social media is communicating to people that this is what your brand is about. So, for example, if you want to work with NGOs that are working with refugees, women, and then you go to your social media and it's just full of mocktails, how beautiful your hair is, it's going to be very hard for someone to hire you there, especially if they're basing off your social media. Or if you're someone who is baking cakes and then you go to your social media and we just have pictures of so many trees because you love trees, but you don't want to work with in an area of trees, you want to bake cakes. Why aren't we seeing the cakes on your social media? So everything that you're putting out on your social media is communicating. You're selling yourself every day. Even when you think what you're putting out is a joke, you actually are selling yourself to people's minds. So what do you want us to know about you? Fight within all your power to make sure that we know you for something that actually gets you paid. That when we think of cakes, photography, videography, whatever it is, we think of you because of what you're telling us on your social media. Number three is something that people might not think about a lot in the beginning, but it's very key. Work on your portfolio, and your portfolio, you don't do it at once, then you sit back and like, yeah, I did my portfolio, I finished. No, it's something you need to keep updating. For example, in photography, we have this thing that your first 10,000 pictures are your worst pictures ever. So that means that the pictures that you take this year are better than the ones you took last year. It means you have to update your portfolio and keep putting your newer and better images. And also there is a time whereby you have to work with what you have. Then what you have helps you get more work, and now the work you have is better, so you have to keep updating your portfolio. Such that when a client reaches out and says, hey, can you do this? You're not taking time to explain about, oh, I can actually do it, I really do it, you can ask so and so. You're just sending a PDF, you're just sending a link to a place. Hence why you need to have a website. Website can even work as your portfolio. Or your Instagram. If it is well curated, your Instagram is literally a digital CV for you. So you're just sending a link to your portfolio and someone is able to see. They hire you without so many questions. In this day and era we're living in, you shouldn't be explaining too much. You shouldn't be going to social media and saying, you see, I love my son, so my son is on my page, but I am actually a very good wedding photographer. I'm a very good wedding photographer and I can show you. So if possible, actually you can separate in your accounts, have an account where you want to post your cute puppy and your cute son and everything, and have an account where this is your digital CV. Point number 5 is get a professional template for invoices and quotations for your work. In all you're doing, make sure that when a client asks you for an invoice or a quotation, you are not going to Microsoft Word and using those, Microsoft document style, and putting your name and then sending the quotation. Get a template, and you can get a really easily professional one using platforms like Canva. Canva is a very good starting point. And when you go to Canva, or when you go to Google itself, like doing a basic Google search of like, I need an invoice template for this, a quotation template for this, I need you to specify, because the templates that you get for service-based businesses are different from the templates you get for product-based businesses. But also, even if it's product or service, there's still like different specializations. Are you offering a photography service, videography service, bridal service, decoration service? Are you a restaurant? Because the different aesthetics for those businesses actually differ from each other. The aesthetic you'd have for a fashion-based business is different from aesthetic you'd have for a research-based kind of business or a photography kind of business. The visuals are different, the aesthetic is different. So when you go to Canva, you can actually specify and say, I want an invoice template for a documentary photography service, for a marketing business service, that kind of thing. And it will give you a template that sort of looks and feels like the brand of the business, or like the soul of the business that you're offering, the service that you're offering. So do pay attention to that. Just to recap, all the 5 things that you can do to professionalize your brand is 1, get a website, pay attention to your brand and your social media, work on your portfolio, get a professional email sign-off, and finally, invest in a professional quotation and invoice template system. The other thing that helps with having a template system for your invoice and quotations, that it reduces the amount of time you take to deliver to clients. That means that when a client reaches out and says, we want a quotation for this, while someone is going to Microsoft Word to start from 0 and it's taking an hour, within 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you could have already sent the email. And trust me, that can get you the job. Speed alone can get you the job. So work on those and let me know anything else that you'd want tips on. For now, bye.